Today, we begin our celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. Hello, I'm Connie Vandeman Jeffrey, and this is All God's People. From September 15 to October 15 every year in the United States, we honor the contributions of Latin and Hispanic communities with National Hispanic Heritage Month by celebrating the histories, cultures, and contributions of American citizens whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. The observation started in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week under President Lyndon Johnson and was expanded by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 to cover a 30-day period, starting on September 15 and ending on October 15. The day of September 15 is significant because it's the anniversary of independence for Latin American countries Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. In addition, Mexico and Chile celebrate their Independence Days on September 16 and September 18, respectively. Also, Columbus Day, or Dia de la Raza, which is October 12, falls within this 30-day period. Here are three interesting facts about Hispanics and Latinos in the United States. 1. Hispanics and Latinos are not necessarily the same. Hispanics are descended from Spanish-speaking populations. Latinos are people of Latin American descent. 2. Currently, the Hispanic population in the United States stands at more than 56 million, making it the largest racial or ethnic group in the United States. 3. It is estimated that by 2065, the Latino population in the United States will grow to 107 million people. Also, 1.2 million Hispanic American men and women have answered the call to service in our armed forces, demonstrating remarkable loyalty, bravery, and dedication to duty. In the Seventh-day Adventist Church, our Hispanic roots are deep and strong. In 1899 in Sanchez, Arizona, Abel and Adiel Sanchez had discovered while studying their Bibles that the day of worship was the seventh day, sabado. They learned that Marcial Serna, the pastor of the Tucson Mexican Methodist-Episcopal Church, had become an Adventist through the work of Adventist colporteurs, and they contacted him. Eventually, so many of the Methodists in Sanchez became Adventists that the Methodists gave them their church on the condition that the Adventists helped them build a new one. And the church in Sanchez became the first Hispanic Adventist church in the U.S. Pastor Serna continued to share his newfound beliefs with those he knew in Tucson, and many of them became Adventists, forming the second congregation of Hispanic believers. The following year, the Methodists deeded their church in Tucson to the Adventist group. Marcial Serna was granted a ministerial license by the General Conference and so became the first Hispanic ordained Adventist minister. We had the opportunity to speak with Alberto Ingleton, the Director of Hispanic and Portuguese Ministries for the Pacific Union Conference, about the exciting things happening in the Union with Hispanic ministry.
The majority of our Hispanic members, they come from Inter-America and South America. And they have come with a unique passion. We have a couple of churches that are doing a wonderful work with the homeless. The San Bernardino Spanish Church, La Sierra Spanish Church, feeding them, giving them opportunity to shower, giving them underwear, different type of clothing. We have the Blythe Spanish Church that has been very effective, helping the immigrants transition to a new life in the United States, helping those that have been processed, providing shelter for them, at the meantime helping them to get in touch with friends and relatives that could accommodate them. So at the meantime, some of the other churches, they do different services like providing cooking classes, English classes. They provide seminars for the immigrant community. They find different ways to be relevant and to be present. Some of them provide soccer tournaments and they invite the community. They give piano classes and they always looking for different ways to be present and to do what they can to be relevant within their own communities.
Thank you so much, Pastor Ingleton. Let's all continue to pray for the Hispanic work in our local churches and conferences. The September Recorder is in your homes. Just look at this cover. This is Shiloh Douglas, a Pathfinder from Mesa, Arizona, who has been involved in pathfindering for 5 years. This was her first time at an international Pathfinder camporee. That's right, we extended our publishing deadline just a little longer to get this wonderful 8-page photo essay of our Pacific Union Pathfinders at the 2019 International Camporee into our September issue. The theme of this month's issue is hospitality, and there are a wealth of stories and feature articles highlighting this spiritual gift. We pray that the recorder continues to bless and inspire you. You can also read it online at our website, AdventistFaith.com, where past issues are archived for your convenience, including 3 issues of the recorder this year in Espanol. The 4th Spanish issue is coming out next month. When I think of the Hispanic work in our churches and our Pathfinders and members finding new ways to show hospitality to others, the words of Paul in Romans 12 are so fitting. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. For all God's people, I'm Connie Jeffrey.